I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be. But if somebody pokes at me or the people that I love, it's over for you. I'm an Aries. Sorry.
Y'all, things just got real messy in the DDG household. It looks like Big Mama stepped in, and she's not playing when it comes to her son. DDG's mom, Tonya, just came for Halle Bailey with full force. She's publicly calling Halle out, claiming she lied about DDG putting his hands on her during their relationship. Tonya's not holding back, and it seems like Halle might have to face off with the entire family. But baby, Halle's not the one to back down. She clapped back hard, exposing Tonya and accusing her of enabling toxic behavior in both of her sons when it comes to how they treat women. According to Halle, Tonya has been turning a blind eye to red flags for years, and she came with the receipts to prove it. Sis is not here to play nice. She's pulling cards, calling names, and letting everyone know she's not about to be silenced. Now let's break it down, because this drama is layered. It all started when news broke that Halle had filed a restraining order against DDG, and within minutes, literally, Tonya was online throwing shade. Keep in mind, Tonya likely already knew about the restraining order before it hit the blogs, because DDG and his mom are super close. So yeah, she had time to prep her response. As soon as the story went public, Tonya hopped on social media and posted a shady little meme of Kermit the Frog writing, "Hello Jesus, take the wheel." Then she dropped this message, clearly aimed at Halle. "I don't usually say anything online, even with all the negativity and lies aimed at mine. But these accusations have made me realize I've been quiet for too long." Whew, that's not all. DDG's sister Titi also chimed in. She posted, "The devil is working, but God is working harder." And just like that, the whole family entered the chat.
I've already seen the TMZ post, and I'm not going to speak on it. So, yeah.
Goodbye, Tonya.
So I've already seen the TMZ post, and honestly, I'm not even going to comment on that. But unsurprisingly, DDG's entire family is standing behind him, no questions asked. They've been pointing fingers at Halle, painting her as the one in the wrong. But fans, they weren't buying it. They started digging into the situation themselves. And now, a lot of them think DDG's mom, Tonya, might actually be part of the reason he turned out this way. Now, no one's outright calling her a bad mom, but people are definitely getting those classic boy mom vibes from her. And not in the wholesome way. You know what I mean? For starters, her social media handle is literally Tonya made DDG. That alone kind of says it all, doesn't it? And then there's this video going around where DDG smacks food right out of her hand on camera, and instead of calling him out or correcting him, she just laughs it off like it's a joke. No boundaries, no accountability, just vibes.
Roger. Talk to me. She acted like I did something mean to her.
You better stop.
In another video, her other son's baby mama opens up about how poorly he treats her and how disrespectful he's been. Once again, Tonya doesn't hold her son accountable. Instead, she brushes it off with a laugh, saying, "That's just how he is," and adds that he'll never change.
A rare way of communicating, but I don't talk to people disrespectful. If I'm talking in a high-pitched voice, it's not like I'm calling
No, I know him.
It's not like I'm calling
That's just him.
But you can't keep giving people that's just him, because it's
But
still
it is.
disrespectful.
How long y'all been together?
But it don't matter. It's still disrespectful.
He ain't changed from day one. He been this way.
No, Deja is a little bit more disrespectful than what he was.
No, I was explaining to her that I don't act like a relationship to her anymore. Like, I just act how as if I would act towards, regular, like not regular, but like normal. It's an affectionate you, it's a relationship you, it's a lovable you, and then it's like regular.
That's not all. DDG's brother, Dub, also mentioned that their mom was the sweetest woman ever. But honestly, it came across like she let her sons walk all over her without ever holding them accountable.
When y'all see my halo, walking in the room with my brother stream, my mama is coming to bring that in there. My mama is the reason why we get our fucking kids. I don't talk to my goddamn baby mama. My mom is the reason why me and my brother get our kids. We go through my goddamn mama. My mom is nice as hell. This could be my mama cup. Chino could come and slap the cup out of her hand. She gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna get me another cup. My mom is the nicest person in the world.
But fans also found it strange that Tonya chose to act as the go-between for her sons and their baby mamas, especially since the sons didn't even want to see their own kids. Now, I'm not saying Tonya is a bad mom or that she failed raising them, but Hai's now calling her out for enabling DDG's toxic behavior, and fans are starting to agree. People have been flooding the comments with things like, I don't usually blame parents for how grown adults act, but DDG's mama is definitely part of the problem. Others called her
DDG mom is a typical boy mom, so her standing behind her son isn't surprising.
So, of course, she's going to defend her son no matter what. Hai wasn't about to stay quiet, though. She exposed receipts, text messages between her and Tonya, where she actually offered to let DDG spend time with their son, Halo, but DDG didn't even seem interested. And when he finally did pick up the baby, he just dropped Halo off with his mom instead of spending quality time with him. In one text, Hai wrote, "Hey, just wanted to keep you in the loop. We'll be back on the 11th. I haven't heard from Moo about getting Halo later this week, like we briefly talked about. If he's in town, would you like to get him the 27th and return him on the 4th? Otherwise, I can keep him until we're back. Just letting you know." Tonya replied, "Okay, I'll double check with him and let you know. Hi, I forgot to text you. He said he'll wait until you get back to get him." So yeah, it kind of seems like Hai and DDG barely talk. And anytime there's something about Halo, they have to communicate through Tonya. And here's the kicker. Y'all remember how DDG's been out here claiming Hai is purposely keeping him away from his son? He tweeted, "Been fighting to see my son for months now. Shout out to all the dads who try their best to be there. This sucks." He also accused Hai of using Halo as leverage, saying that if he didn't do what she wanted, she'd threaten to take the baby away. And anytime he stepped out of line or did something she didn't, like, she would completely snap.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him, or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business.
For the longest time, fans thought Halle was just being a bitter baby mama, especially after she lashed out when DDG took their son Halo on Kai Kunat's livestream. At the time, Halle tweeted, "Hi everyone, just so you know, I'm out of town and I don't approve of my baby being on a stream tonight. I wasn't told or notified, and I'm extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector, and I'm saddened that I wasn't informed, especially while I'm out of town." Later, though, she did apologize for her reaction, saying, "Yesterday, maybe I did overreact and shouldn't have brought it here. I know that Halo is always safe with his dad. I just don't like finding out what my baby is doing at the same time as the rest of the world." She also thanked Kai for the gifts he gave Halo, but Halle also hinted that DDG had been purposely ignoring her boundaries. She added, "As a woman experiencing severe postpartum, there are boundaries I wish were respected. Nobody knows what someone is going through until they snap." In the legal documents for the restraining order,
That's an understanding
Halle
of how his actions
claimed the
impact
breakup
Halo.
happened because
He
of
is often
DDG's
verbally
anger issues
towards me in
and his
front of
lack of
Halo.
respect for
On March
her.
7,
She wrote,
2025,
"Our
Daryl
relationship
was
ended in
verbally and physically
2024
abusive towards
because
me
of
while
Daryl's
holding
temper
Halo while
and the way
visiting
he
my home.
consistently
He often
disrespected
demands
me.
to see Halo
There were
when it
many
suits
incidents of
him,
physical
yet
abuse,
leaves Halo with
even
his
before
mother
Halo
while
was
he
born.
travels. He
would
will
call
not
me
communicate with me
profanities,
about a
including
proper
the B
schedule
word,
for Halo.
and say I was evil. She also accused him of being careless as a father, stating, "Daryl doesn't understand how his actions affect Halo. He's verbally abusive to me in front of our son. On March 7th, 2025, he was verbally and physically aggressive with me while holding Halo during a visit to my home. He demands to see Halo whenever it suits him, but he'll leave him with his mom while he travels. He refuses to communicate with me about creating a proper schedule. She went on to say that DDG had turned his fan base against her, weaponizing them to harass her online. I've asked the court to issue a cease and desist order to stop Daryl from posting or streaming about me and Halo on any platform, including YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. As a content creator with millions of fans, he creates a frenzy with false accusations about me, and it's left me feeling scared and victimized. His fans have threatened me. I fear for both my safety and Halo's. The hashtag #FreeHalo even became a trend online. Halle added, "Whenever he wants to stir up drama, he starts bad-mouthing me to his massive fan base. He claims I'm keeping Halo from him, or that I'm seeing other men, which then leads to online hate and threats. He tries to paint me as the villain when in reality, I've asked for a consistent visitation schedule, one he refuses to agree to." She also shared that even when DDG does have visitation rights, he barely spends real time with their son. Instead, he drops Halo off with his mom and disappears like it's not even his parenting time. "Since we broke up," she said, "we've had constant issues with Daryl making last-minute demands to see Halo, never sticking to any schedule. He only wants to see his son when it's convenient for him, and I never know what to expect." Halle expressed deep concern about DDG's parenting, stating that based on her conversations with him and his mother, she knew he often left their son Halo in his mother's care during visitations. While she appreciated his family being close to Halo, she believed DDG himself should be present and not just drop the baby off for days. Halle further alleged that DDG's family was aware of his abusive behavior and did nothing to intervene. She cited an incident on January 18, 2025, where DDG came to pick up Halo. When she politely asked when he'd bring their son back, after repeatedly requesting a consistent visitation schedule, he refused to answer. As she walked outside barefoot, helping buckle Halo into his car seat, DDG allegedly became aggressive, repeatedly yelling, "Get out of my car, B!" Halo was crying, and Halle felt uneasy about leaving him in DDG's agitated state. When she continued to ask about the return time, things escalated physically. She described a struggle in which DDG pulled her hair and slammed her face into the steering wheel, chipping her tooth. In pain, she stopped resisting. DDG then insisted that if she wouldn't leave the baby, he would take her too. He drove her to his house, where she cried and explained the situation to his family, pleading for help in arranging a proper schedule. Instead, they told her to just leave the baby and go. Bruised and emotionally shattered, she left. Interestingly, she had mentioned going to the dentist for a chipped tooth in January, but never explained how it happened. Sadly, this wasn't the only time she claimed DDG had been violent. On March 7, 2025, while both she and Halo were sick. With RSV, DDG showed up at her home despite being warned not to take the baby out. He became verbally abusive and noticed the Ring camera recording him. He unplugged the camera, threw it out, and locked Halle out of her home. She managed to re-enter through another door, plugged the camera back in, and called a family member. When DDG saw this, he smashed the Ring camera, snatched her phone, and ended the call. While distracted, Halle retrieved Halo, but DDG ran off with her phone. She followed, begging him to return it, but he got in his car, slammed the door on her while she was holding Halo, drove off, and threw her phone out the window yelling, "Go get it, B!" These events were horrifying, but Halle isn't the only woman who accused DDG of abuse and claimed that his mother, Tonya, enabled him. Back in 2021, his ex Ruby Rose also suggested that Tonya ignored his violent behavior. Ruby posted screenshots showing DDG threatening to ruin her career, saying, "I'm off your whole career up. Don't do it to yourself. I'm telling you it's going to be bad." Ruby responded, "You're threatening to end my career if I tell people how you hit me. More things to show on my live? Thank you." DDG replied, "If you go live, just know you really lost me. You're going to lose all respect from me and everyone I F with. Just think before you do." Now, in 2025, Halle is echoing these same allegations, and Tonya's actions, along with videos her children are posting, are not helping her image. So now the big question, are you Team Halle or Team DDG? Is Tonya enabling toxic behavior, or is she just being a supportive mother? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out the next video.